56-year-old Jadav Payeng lived his entire life on Molai Island, an island in the middle of the Brahmaputra, which is one of India's largest rivers. Millions of Indians live, just like Jadav, along this huge river. Every day, the man walks up to one of the bare plains of the island, carrying a filled bag. It is a routine that the man has sustained for more than 37 years. He has a wonderful reason for doing this. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. The entire island was once a thriving oasis with beautiful nature. However, as soon as the rainy season comes, major problems always arise. Every year again, the river floods and destroys homes, villages, and the surrounding areas. Thanks to these monsoons, some parts of the island turned into a desert, in which for a long time grew no plants or trees. However, the soil was very fertile. That did hurt Jadav. He decided to do something about it and came into action in 1979. He didn't like the treeless look of his island. He had seen the change with his own eyes since he was very young. Jadav longed for the time when the island was still full of animals and tropical plants. When a few years ago, journalist Jitu Kalita noticed that far in the distance in the horizon, a part of the desert landscape was covered with forest. He decided to investigate it. When he came closer to the trees and plants, he saw Jadav walking through the forest. So Jitu decided to follow him. He finally approached him and they started a conversation. Then Jadav told him that he came to the area every day to plant some seeds for the past 37 years. Thanks to his daily routine and perseverance, the desert became a mature forest. But that is not all. Thanks to Jadav's work, the forest is now 1.5 times as big as Central Park in New York. More than 550 hectares of what once was desert is now in full bloom, with lots of trees and tropical flowers. And above that, even life has returned completely. Just as the following special and endangered animals: an elephant herd consisting of no fewer than 115 elephants had made his forest their living environment. The President of India thanked him personally for giving the elephants a new home. But that were not the only animals that returned. The park became so big that even the endangered animals like wild tigers and Indian rhinos can be found here again. This did have the negative effect that poachers went to the forest more often. Luckily, he gets help with this nowadays from the government. In the beginning, it was difficult and expensive to plant new trees, but fortunately, it became so much easier nowadays. The trees that have grown now give seeds themselves, which I can use again to plant new ones, says Jadav. The question is how long the animals can enjoy this beautiful piece of land that Jadav himself created for them. The rising water of the river is slowly swallowing up the island. Compared to 100 years ago, half of the island has already disappeared below the water surface. Yet the Indian continues to plant optimistically. I will continue to do this my entire life until I blow my last breath.